Hey guys, Christopher's Gaming here, and in today's Rainbow Six Siege operation video, we're going to be covering the Red Crow operators. For the defense and the attack, we're going to go best strategizing, class, and what attachments to use. Anyway, before we get started, make sure to like the video. Also guys, I really appreciate what we did on the American operation video. You know, we got 800 plus views on that. Very appreciated. Let's see if we can hit that many or even more. Anyway guys, let's begin this class setup video. Okay, so we are here with the very first attacking operator for Red Crow. Hibana, that is her name. She has pretty much a grenade launcher that fires explosive pellets that can be detonated from a distance. Now, what you want to do though is you need to shoot them twice, so shoot the bottom and then shoot the middle. You will be having enough space then to crouch through. One, you will not be able to enter with one single shot. So anyway, coming into the loadouts here, I am just going to show you what guns and then all the attachments I use and what weapon I like more. So anyway, going into the loadout, I prefer the Type 89 assault rifle over the Supernova, which is a new shotgun, as well as the Type 89. But the reason why I like the Type 89 is if you look down at the stats, it does 41 damage, it has an 850 rate of fire, 50 mobility, which is a good amount for an assault rifle, 20 capacity, and if you look at that recoil pattern, if you put the right upgrades on it, you can really make it a very accurate gun. Moving on to the Supernova shotgun, it is a 12 gauge pump action shotgun, which does 32 damage. It doesn't even show the number for the rate of fire. It has 50 mobility, carries 7 rounds for the capacity, and the recoil spread is a lot worse. Moving on to the secondary weapon, which are the P229 and the Bearing 9. The Bearing 9 is pretty much just a short submachine gun, has 32 damage, the rate of fire is 1100, the mobility is 50, and the capacity is 25. The recoil pattern though, as you can see, is like insane. You know, you shoot one and then it just goes up about half your screen, so not that good of a choice. But the P229, sorry there, that handgun does 50 damage. Its rate of fire is a standard in a handgun. Mobility is 50, capacity is 12, and the recoil pattern is much dulled down. And for the gadget, it completely matters on how you're going to play. If you're going to play defensive and try to hang back and wait till they rush to you, more for a Claymore guy. But if you're, you know, going in by yourself, just need to cover corners and stuff, get stun grenades. Now let's start with my personal loadout for attachments with the Type 89 assault rifle. So what I have on this is the ACOG sight, which pretty much just makes it's almost like a sniper sight. You can see around corners way better, and it's all out just a better scope for this type of gun. For the barrel, I have a muzzle brake, because if you see right here, with no barrel, if you look at the recoil pattern, it's more spread. But when you put on a muzzle brake, it's way more compact with the recoil. For the type of grips, if you look with it without one, I mean, it's not that big of a difference, but when you look at it, it shrinks down, so it's even less. If you have this one, it's more when you're angling, and it doesn't do that much. Honestly, that's why I picked the vertical grip. And then for the visual, I just have my personal things, the elephant camo and the gold medal. Okay guys, let's now move on to the secondary weapon, the P229. It's the same thing pretty much. All you really need is a muzzle brake to help keep down that recoil pattern. Now moving on to the headgear for Hibana, which is going to be just the default. Then the Red Crow, which just gives you a special emblem, which you really don't need. I just bought it for the sake of this video. And then you get Slicer if you do have the season pass, I believe. Not 100% sure though. For uniforms, once again, we have the default. We have SAT Paratrooper, which is pretty much just a camo vest with some extra grapple equipment. And then I have the SAT Airborne attire, which is pretty much just red, gray, and black with the grapple suit, just like the other one. Moving on to the defensive operator Echo, pretty much what this device is it is a drone that can move very fast and actually has a kind of like a stun gun almost. So let's say you throw it down, you're moving to position, you press X on the PS4 controller. I do not exactly know off the top of my head what it is for Xbox, but then you press that, your drone will pretty much stick to the roof of where it is. You'll not be able to move it, so if you do want to move it on the roof, you're going to have to drop it back down, move to where you want to be, and then get back over there. But when you were stuck to the roof, guys, it will actually be cloaked and it will turn invisible. This is not 100% invisible. If you look at it long enough, people will get it though. But it does help for that extra stealth capability. When you do use it though, the gun pretty much, it's like a stun grenade just on AIDS. You know, everything, your screen is trippy and it's pretty much like you're drunk. Anyway, let's move on to the loadout primary weapons. So once again, we have the Supernova. I already covered this with the last operator. And then a new gun we have is the MP5 SD. It's pretty much just your regular submachine gun. 23 damage, 800 rate of fire, 50 mobility, and 30 capacity. The recoil pattern, it's decent for a submachine gun. Okay, now we're going to move on to the secondary weapons. Same thing as last time. I have the exact same things equipped. Then for the gadgets, you know what deployable shields and barbed wire do. Let's just move on to the customization for the MP5 SD. Once again, I do have the ACOG sight for peeking around corners, because a lot of times when you are defending, you might be peeking around a shield. So we have a vertical grip. Yeah, vertical grip. I thought it was an angled there for a second. But the reason why I have this, okay, so look at it with none. If you look at the recoil pattern, it's decent. You look with it with the vertical grip on, it's way more compact. If you look at it with the angled on, it's pretty much just the exact same thing, just more widespread. So that's why I have the vertical grip. And if you are new here, we do not really use the underbarrels because all the lasers really do is give away your position. I mean, they nerfed it, but it's still not that good. Got the visual customization just like I did on the last class. So let's move on to Echo's headgear, which the only ones that are in the game as of right now is the default, the Red Crow, which is pretty much the exact same thing, just different, like bandana or face mask. And then we have Venom, which is pretty much just a snake for the bandana or face mask. Now we're gonna move on to the uniforms, which they're pretty much the exact same thing as the other. The default, which is just a blue with white and yellow grapple. We have the SAT Paratrooper, same thing, just a little bit more yellow. And then we have the SAT Airborne Attire, which is red. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this operator tutorial for the new operations for Rainbow Six Siege. And if you did, make sure to leave a like and share this video with some friends. Anyway guys, I will see you in the next video. Peace.